Hey guys, what is going on? In today's video, I'm going to be ranking the NFL playoff teams based on my confidence in them to win the Super Bowl this season. So obviously, number 14 on this list is going to be the team I have the least confidence in to win the Super Bowl, and number 1 on this list is going to be the team I have the most confidence in to win the Super Bowl. So let's just get into this, and let's start out with number 14. At number 14, the team I have the least confidence in to win the Super Bowl is the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm sorry, Steelers fans, but I feel like this was kind of obvious. I mean, they barely made the playoffs, and they're going up against the Chiefs in the first round. And just a couple weeks ago, during the regular season, the Steelers were absolutely destroyed by the Chiefs. I mean, the game was basically over at halftime. Yes, I know, any given Sunday in the NFL, we just saw the Colts lose to the Jaguars, and no one thought that was going to happen. But I just don't see Ben Roethlisberger in his final season beating Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Despite how this defense has played this season, I think the Steelers are a first-round exit this season. At number 13, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. So Eagles fans are probably going to be mad at me for this, but let me say this. I am very, very impressed with how this Eagles team played this season. I am very surprised by how good this Eagles team was this season. It is very, very impressive that they made the playoffs, and Eagles fans, you should be really, really proud of that, because I thought this team was in rebuild mode this year. I didn't even think they were going to be good this year, and here they are in the playoffs, so they should be proud of making it this far. This team is still a year away, though, from being a strong playoff contender, in my opinion. I mean, they have 3 first-round draft picks in this upcoming draft, so that should definitely help them become a playoff contender or a Super Bowl contender pretty soon, but I just don't feel like they're there yet. They are playing the Bucs in the first round, and I really feel like that game is going to be all Bucs. It's a lot to ask Jalen Hurts in his first full season of being an NFL starter to lead this team on a Super Bowl run, but listen, Eagles, you're definitely heading in the right direction, but I just don't think this is your year. At number 12, I have the Las Vegas Raiders, and wow, this team has overcome so much to get to the playoffs this season. The adversity they have faced and overcome, it is incredible that they are at this point, and you have to give the players on this team and the coaching staff on this team so much credit for making the playoffs this season. They are playing the Bengals in round 1, and I am a little concerned because I am nervous about this secondary facing off against Joey B, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. I'm nervous about them being able to cover all those guys. But the good news is this for the Raiders. The Raiders' pass rush has been really good this season, and the Bengals' O-line has not been very good this season. So if they can get to Joey B, I think they have a chance to win this game. They do. They just can't rely on their secondary to make plays. The pass rush needs to be getting there quick every play in this first round matchup. I still think this team is a few players away from a legit Super Bowl run, but the Raiders, a remarkable season for them. Absolutely remarkable what they've overcome. At number 11, I have the New England Patriots. So this might be a little low for the Patriots, but I think a lot of how far they go in this playoff depends on rookie quarterback Mac Jones. And I said rookie quarterback for a reason, because he's a rookie quarterback, and that's a lot to put on a rookie quarterback. Jones has played pretty inconsistent to end this season, which isn't good in my opinion. You want to have a lot of momentum going into the playoffs. You kind of want to be trending upward instead of trending downward. He did have a really good season, though, I will say that. Jones, just a few weeks ago in their last matchup with the Bills, was 14-32 with 2 interceptions, and now he's going to have to play that same defense in the first round. Is he going to be able to adjust and overcome those interceptions and mistakes in their last game versus the Bills? If Mac is able to protect the ball and the Patriots don't ask Mac to do too much, I think they can win this matchup with the Bills because of their defense. But at the end of the day, I do think it is very, very hard to make a Super Bowl run with a rookie quarterback, despite how well he has played this season. At number 10, I have the Buffalo Bills, and I know some people are going to be mad at me for having the Bills this low. I'm sorry, Bills fans. You guys are an awesome fan base. I'm sorry. But you guys have been really, really inconsistent this season. This team has been very inconsistent, and I feel like people are kind of overlooking some of their losses. I feel like I've not been as high on the Bills as some other people have. I feel like some other people have been kind of overrating the Bills. I just don't know if I trust this team in the playoffs this season. They have been too inconsistent for me. Josh Allen has had some bad games this season. Yeah, he's had some insane games this season, some really good games this season, but I don't think he's playing on the level that he was playing at last season. So yeah, with that being said, I have them at number 10, and I just don't see them being able to beat the Chiefs or the Titans to make the Super Bowl. I don't see them being able to beat either of those teams to make the Super Bowl. The road to the Super Bowl, I think, is going to be tough for the Bills, so that's why I do have them at number 10. At number 9, I have the San Francisco 49ers. So Jimmy Garoppolo is my biggest concern with this team right now, especially if his thumb is still bothering him, because you could tell it was uncomfortable for him in their last game versus the Rams, and it kind of did affect some of his throws. Deebo Samuel, could win a game by himself for the 49ers, in my opinion. He's just that good and that versatile. He is, wow, what he did in the Rams game is absolutely insane. He put the team on his back. Literally, he did. I really hope they play Trey Lance more in the playoffs, because that could make this offense so fun to watch. Deebo and Trey Lance, you could have Trey Lance on the field at the same time as Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm not saying don't make Jimmy the starter, but you can get so creative with Trey Lance. We know he can throw the ball down the field. You could just do so many fun things with Trey Lance and Samuel on the field together. So I really hope they allow this 49ers offense to get even more creative. It is a very tough first-round matchup for them with the Cowboys, but if they win that game, watch out. I think this team could really make a sneaky playoff run this year. At number 8, I have the Cincinnati Bengals, and what a feel-good story this team is. No one expected them to be here. No one expected them to make the playoffs. What an underdog story. These wide receivers are so hard to cover, because if you double Jamar, who has been outstanding this season, the rookie of the year in my opinion, there is still T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd, who are two great wide receivers, and Joey B has just been shredding defenses lately. My biggest concern with this team is the O-line, though. That is my biggest concern with this team. Joey B has been sacked a ton this season. Somehow he's been able to put up crazy numbers still, but I'm concerned about this O-line. I feel like they are the part of this team that could just ruin a game for them and just stop that Super Bowl run. But the thing is this, with that being said, I really feel like the Bengals could beat any team in the AFC if their O-line just blocks semi-okay. Some of you guys might be thinking, wow, she has way too little confidence in some of the teams she already listed. But the good news for you is if you do have a ton of confidence in those teams, you can do something about it, because today's video is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. The NFL playoffs are here, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is kicking things off with a huge offer. Counting down to Super Bowl 56, new customers can get 56-1 odds on any wildcard team to win their game. Bet just $5 and win $280 in free bets if your team is victorious. That's right, bet just $5 on any NFL playoff game, and DraftKings Sportsbook will give new customers an additional $280 in free bets if the team they choose wins their game. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, you still have something to play for this wildcard weekend. Everyone can play for huge cash prizes with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Football Contest. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code SheGotSports and get 56-1 odds on any NFL team. Bet just $5 and win $280 in free bets if your team wins. That's promo code SheGotSports at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. At number 7, I have the Arizona Cardinals. So it's a good thing they're actually playing on the road, because they haven't been playing well at home this season. This team had a great start to the season, and then the second half of the season, they were really, really inconsistent. It's like when they started losing, they didn't know how to win. I think the win versus the Cowboys, gave them some confidence back, but then they lost week 18 to Seattle. So yeah, this team is so inconsistent. If they win round 1, maybe they'll be able to gain some momentum and actually make a legit playoff run, but this team is either so hot or so cold, so I'm really interested to see how this team does in the playoffs. Are they going to be the good Cardinals or the bad Cardinals? At number 6, I have the Los Angeles Rams. So speaking of teams that have been inconsistent to end the season, the Rams are one of them. Stafford has been playing kind of worse as the season has gone on. He's been throwing a ton of interceptions as of late. But if Stafford does not turn the ball over and, not force the ball to Cooper Kupp, I think this team can make a Super Bowl run because of their defense. And let me just say this, the Rams were my Super Bowl pick out of the NFC before the season started. At number 5, I have the Dallas Cowboys. So this offense has all the potential in the world, but for some reason, they don't click as much as they should be. I mean, some games are just not on the same page, it seems, and it's kind of disappointing. This defense has been much, much improved this season. This defense has been huge for them this season. But the thing is this, it seems like the offense and the defense can never both play well in the same game. It's either like, oh, the defense is playing really well, but the offense is struggling. Or it's like, oh, the offense is playing really well and the defense is struggling. They just need to both be good in one game, and this team could be really, really, really good. The reason I don't have them in the top 3 is because to get to the Super Bowl in the NFC, you have to be able to beat the Packers or the Buccaneers, and that is a very tough thing to do. At number 4, I have the Tennessee Titans. So once they get Derrick Henry back, watch out, because this defense has been playing huge for this team in Henry's absence. This defense has stepped up big time and has had some really, really great games for this team. The reason I have this team at number 4 and not number 3, I really did almost put them at number 3, is because of Ryan Tannehill. I'm nervous about Ryan Tannehill because if the run game does get shut down in a playoff game, do I trust Ryan Tannehill to be able to make the throws to win the game? I don't know if Tannehill can single-handedly win the Titans the game, so that is why I have them at number 4. At number 3, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady's playing like an MVP this season. The unfortunate thing for this team, though, is they have been dealing with a lot of injuries throughout the season, and they are still dealing with injuries. Chris Godwin being out is just absolutely brutal for this offense. He is such a key player on this team. My concern, though, well, not really my concern. My question is, how are the players that are coming back from injury, during week 1 of the playoffs going to play? Are they going to be like up to game speed? How are they going to play? But listen to this, despite the injuries, the Buccaneers did win 13 games this season, which is really, really impressive. Now they're just going to be getting stronger. This is the team that won last year's Super Bowl, and they basically brought back the same exact team, so I really think this team has a chance to go back to back. At number 2, I have the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs have been to the Super Bowl in both of the past 2 seasons. Obviously, they didn't win last season because, the Bucs won. But this team really turned around their season. They really did. Slow start, and then they just got hot. This team got so hot. My concern with this team, though, is their defense. But it's not the biggest concern to me, though, because we know this Chiefs offense can really come back from any deficit, especially in the playoffs. And the moment is just never too big for Patrick Mahomes. The moment is never too big for Patrick Mahomes. He is so clutch, and it's going to be really hard to stop this Chiefs team. At number 1, I have the Green Bay Packers. They have been the most consistent team this season, despite the injuries they have had to deal with. They are getting some key players back for this playoff run. Rodgers, he's playing like an MVP, and to beat the Packers, you're going to have to go to Lambeau to do so, and Lambeau is obviously freezing cold, so this is going to be a real home field advantage for the Packers, especially with teams like the Rams, the Cowboys, and the Cardinals in the playoffs who don't usually play in the cold weather. I just think this Packers team is a level above every other NFL team. They're just in a level or a tier of their own this season. So yes, the Green Bay Packers are the team I have the most confidence in to win the Super Bowl this season. So that is it for this video, guys. Feel free to hit that like button. It really does help out the channel. If you want to subscribe, feel free to do so. And let me know in the comments, who are your top 3 teams that you have the most confidence in to win the Super Bowl this season? That is it, guys. Peace.